checking out the guns?
No, my forearms are cramping. I did a workout for the first time.
Alright, everybody. Welcome to Shit Happens!
Week number 306.
6, sir. So, as you saw at the start of this, Dr. Price's arms are sore. And
We gotta move over and make more room for guns.
we might have to.
Yeah.
What he's claiming is he did a workout when?
On Monday, I did Murph.
Which is awesome that you did the
I
Murph
did do
challenge.
the whole thing in half.
Half a Murph. But I think it's
The middle
more
one I
of,
did half of.
I think your arms are more sore from your amazing golf game on Sunday at Arbor
They were
Race.
sore. They were sore Monday, but from that, yes. Because I took a lot of swings.
We had the first leg of the Principals Tour. For those of you watching this, you have to be a team member at Chiro World to play in the Principals Tour. It's for a very prestigious cup. We haven't named the cup yet.
No, but we have one potentially on order. I'll show you guys later.
Awesome.
Nice,
Awesome. Does it
nice.
meet the expectations that I was looking for? Hideous?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what we wanted. Perfect. Perfect.
Alright.
All right. Perfect. And we're splitting it, right? 3 ways?
Yep.
Okay?
3.
I think he's inferring he's not gonna pay for it.
So that's how you won.
So,
Congratulations to Dr. Koca for winning the first leg
right on the leg.
in one stroke.
You know, I will tell you that the next stop we haven't set yet, but watch for it. It will be. The first leg did go off with a bang. Dr. Walker was the first one to hit a ball in the tall grass.
I don't want to say my arms were pretty sore the next day too from hitting through the tall grass. It's like, are your arms sore from golf? No, from weed whacking.
But you know, I will say, and like on number 12, when we talked about you hitting on the beach, Walker played really. I mean, he hit the ball.
He hit it really well.
It's you know. Can you do the swing for our viewers?
Yeah.
And then you got to turn around and go. That was really good.
Yeah, I went straight.
That's what he did.
I like to stare it down and make sure it's the lane.
But you know, a couple things. Then and we'll let you guys roll that I just thought of when we decided to do the shift today. We had a mom. We brought her little boy in, and he's been under care since birth. And mom's been under care since she was in 7th grade. And her dad was one of my first patients. And it was kind of cool because she brought her little boy today, and I just got to tell you, he had some neurological disorders. And no, I'm not a certified, I'm not even going to say it, so that's just a joke. So I haven't paid a monthly program for some pediatric program. I just been doing it for 27 years of my life. It appalls me that you think you have to do that when if you're a chiropractor, you know how to check and if necessary adjust. Spines don't change. You know, and I've seen stuff today on Book of Face, and I'm like, good Lord.
You mean the human spine hasn't genetically modified in 30 years?
No, it hasn't. It's
Oh, okay.
stayed the same. I guess if you have any vote of confidence, you know how to check and adjust. You don't need to pay some monthly program to. Anyway, go on that. I probably will later. But it was kind of cool. It did. I was so ticked. Just some crap I saw this afternoon. I was like, really? Really? So does that mean then you're not going to adjust your parents? I mean, yeah, it's a great question. I'll use Sean. I'm going to go off on it. If that's what you're going to do, then that means at the age of 18, you got to refer them out. If you're going to book yourself your mark in that little
Why
area.
18? Why not 16? Why not 21? Why not?
We're no
25?
longer children. You can no longer see them. You know, it's just like I'll use Sean. When Blake was little, we took Blake to Sean's dentist. And
My
her
pediatric
dentist.
that I went to until I was 18.
And then she can no longer go there because that's what he does. So if that's what you're going to do, that's what you do. Don't be pogoing around just to put money in your freaking checkbook. Anyway. So, sorry, can I say pissed? That just pisses me
I
off.
don't
when
even
I
think you
see
need to say anything.
phonies do
I
that
think
kind
that
of
stated
crap.
very well.
So that's my new name for him, phony. So anyway, she brings a little boy and she goes, I just got to tell you. She goes, we took him to a neurologist today. All clear. And she goes, and we haven't given him any medication. And the neurologist understood that. And the cool thing about it, not that I need their validation, because I don't, but I think it's great because some of the weird stuff that our profession does that we talked about last week. I think it's great. She goes, what? She goes, what did you do? And she goes, we took him to our chiropractor. What did our chiropractor do? And this is so cool. She goes, what chiropractors do? Now, to us that makes sense. What chiropractors do.
To him, he was probably thinking, oh boy.
And he goes, well, what do you mean? She goes, he checked his spine, and when he found something out of alignment, he adjusted him. And this is so cool. She goes, and he goes, well, how hard did he adjust him? She goes, he explained to me like he held a Pringle. And he goes, and this is what he said, he goes, that's really cool, I'm glad to hear that. And so I don't say score, I say score one for the little dude and score one for the scam, but score one for the profession and chiropractors who try to maintain the integrity of this profession, while everybody else, whatever. So on the good news, so you guys can elaborate on that. But I was really ticked. You know, so I was pretty quiet, sat in Facebook Messenger, because I had a couple messengers from docs who were once paid phony, and they sent me questions today. Our buddy down in Iowa. And I'm like, wow, they drank some bad Kool-Aid. So, but anyway, and I'll tell you guys about that off camera, because it's like, oh, it was like 4:30 I got that message, and I was like, if I just one legal, that's all I want. So, but how cool was the video? We're going to talk about that video I showed you guys at lunch. We're not going to really tell what the video is, because somebody will pretty soon be taking credit for the video. Am I correct, honey?
Yeah.
And doing at their event and saying, look what I did. Because I heard about that today too, again, with the challenge accepted. Yeah, heard that one today too.
Just so we all are clear, challenge accepted started right here. It didn't start on the West Coast. It started in the Midwest.
Yeah. And this is what I got today. Hey, the Be Significant tour is coming, and I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, and Be Significant started here in the West Coast.
That's the October theme, is what I've heard.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
So anyway, so that's why I'm a little.
So do you want to like put out more ideas to cover 2019 and 20 and all?
We could do that, yeah. We could probably do that. But let's talk about the cool thing about that video. How cool it was to change the world. What do you got to do, Sean? What's one thing you got to do to change the world?
Change yourself.
We'll start with Matt. What's one thing?
Make your bed in the morning.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
I took the easy.
I mean,
I took the first one. It's right there.
I thought that was so awesome. That first one was awesome, though.
you know,
It's so true.
when I was coming home from the principal's tour, and I heard that again, I was like, oh my gosh. You know, and when I was laying in bed, I sent you guys a message. I watched that video probably half a dozen times. And I had those, it was kind of funny because my wife was sitting there writing those 10 things down. And it's kind of cool because that's the stuff I wrote down. So.
What was your favorite?
What was your favorite?
Sugar cookie.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty
That
cool.
was good.
You got it. What do you got to do about sugar cookies? You got to enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you?
Singing in the mud.
Okay.
To me, that's awesome. If you start singing, everybody else is going to start singing.
My one take home, and every time when I saw this, and I probably watched that video 20 plus times as I'm looking at you. And last night I said, I want you to watch this one part. And we're sitting on the couch, and I showed it to you. I don't know if you noticed, but I get a little tear at that one part just because of some of the stuff that goes with it. Don't ring the bell. You know, and that's one thing that I would say these guys do. It's, 7 o'clock at night on a Wednesday night. We've been here. What time did you get here?
4:58.
You?
Not that early.
Okay, you.
5:10.
But it's 7 o'clock at night, and we haven't rung the bell yet. And I'm willing to bet if that phone rings, we'd answer it, because we're not going to ring the bell for you guys. And so we'll just touch back on just a little bit on make your bed. What does that mean? It's just for them to take home and go, I got it.
Well, it's first thing in the morning. It's starting your day off right by completing your first task.
Okay.
It sets you up so that way you start the day the same way every day to build yourself up to completion. And when you go home, I thought it was really cool is that even if you had a crappy day, you get home to a nice made bed, and you know tomorrow's gonna be better.
You know what's really cool about that? I don't know about your guys' spouses, but my wife has this thing. When I heard that, and I looked out the corner of my eye, you have this thing about making the bed every day.
Oh God.
And it's just, she's got to make the bed every single day.
I can't get into a rumpled bed.
Yeah, she just feels good about it. Go ahead.
Can I ask a question? Do you do the decor pillows on your bed?
Yes. And then I like to throw them on the floor, and then the minions like to pee on them.
Oh, nice.
Now, just for the record, Fletch doesn't.
No, but Fletch did
Oh, yeah.
poop in the house.
Fletch did have a poo in the house, which is weird because he's an imaginary dog. So, but it was really poo. So I don't know how it happened.
I need to get a Fletch.
He's a cool dog, man. I tell you what, I tell him, Sam, that dog sense. What about you? Kind of just elaborate a little bit on sugar cookies.
For me, this is how I took it, but for me, was because I try to be perfect, or I will stop doing things because I can't do it perfect. And that's what I took that one on because of just the way he described it. That's kind of how the lens I looked at it through.
He just gave me a door, didn't he?
Yeah, but you know what?
He doesn't even know that, does he? You just gave me a door, buddy. And a good door. Good door. For the challenge that you've...
I can relate to that.
Yeah, but for the challenge that... We're not going to go into, but for the challenge from last week we talked about, that's a door, man. And I love it. So, what about you?
So my thing was the singing in the mud. There's a situation if you're stuck in a bad situation and it just doesn't seem to be getting any better, it's sticking to you like cold mud. All you got to do is start singing, which to me is like just changed mindset. Figure out right in that moment, okay, this is a challenge and it's serving me to make myself better, and then run with it. And pretty soon more resources come to you to conquer.
That's cool. That's cool. Should we elaborate and ring the bell or just leave that for guests? Because that gives away a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, that would, yeah.
Should we leave? We'll leave that. So, you guys gonna watch that one again?
I am.
So, maybe like in November, we'll post the video so everybody can see it. What do you think?
November never.
So,
Chiro World doesn't give its secrets out.
not anymore, does it? Nope, not anymore. So, we learned that, didn't we? So,
Yes.
anyway. Do you have anything to say over there in the audience?
No, I think I said enough.
What about you guys?
I'm honored because we just gotta have fun here. Every day, playing golf with you guys, working with you guys.
Well, my morning this morning started off pretty fun. I'm in my room this morning and I was typing a letter and I was I not in deep thought?
He was here early.
That I normally have been, not early like I used to be, but early for me, for the Lyle 2.0. How's that?
There we go.
And, which is really cool because I've got the scooters on 120th and Blondo here. I was surprised he wasn't there. He opens up about 5:50 now because I've been showing up a little earlier. And, I can't get him to do that on Fort, but he's doing it on Blondo.
Nice.
And, but I was deep in thought this morning because I was typing a letter because I told one of our patients I get this. And it was, you guys ought to read the letter because I talked about some weird stuff in there. It's a letter to a federal agency to help a sister with some health issues she's having. And I talked about constructive forces, deconstructive forces, negative stress, positive stress, and adaptability. Oh my, what chiropractors do. And so I'm deep in thought, and Price comes walking in. I don't think you knew I was in the room, did you?
No.
And he just rolled with it. Hey dude! I go, what are you doing? Oh, I just come in to say hi. It's like, really? What did I say? I go, what do you want? He's like, nothing. He goes, I just come in to say, morning dude. And I gotta admit, because I was deep in thought, and just kind of start my day off really good, because I just laughed.
I can see your face too, Bart, and be like, oh, he's here.
And then Matt comes over and goes, oh, I just came in to say morning. I was like, you did not.
You know what's so funny though? The new patient this morning at 6:15, he was in from out of town, really hurt his low back, had to go golfing at night for business. And he sits down, he's like, he goes, I don't want to be here. And I said, well, what's up? And he goes, I hate doctors and God, chiropractors, I don't like them. I never thought I would go to a chiropractor. It's like, we start talking and he comes back into the room and he's like, this seems like kind of a fun place.
That's cool.
You guys aren't all that bad. So I was like, well, thank you.
But that's what it's about, isn't it? Because, really, and I mean, think about it, whenever you have to go to a healthcare provider, I mean, it's not always the most fun thing to do.
No.
I was like Jennifer tonight, she brought a little boy Sam in, and she goes, I got it, and you guys saw her Saturday, you saw her Saturday, one of you guys did. And where she goes, I came in Saturday, and I can't remember what she adjusted me. I said, well, who did he look at? She goes like this, he was tall. Haha, very funny, they're all tall to me. And I said, well, let's narrow it down. Did he have hair? And then we broke it down from there. And I said, so, anyway, and, but she said, she goes, and I said, hey, we're going to,
immediately.
yeah, so, well, we rule out one. I mean, the short one, me, no hair, so we got it down to 2. Yeah. And then you know what I do? I always go calm one, not calm one. And that's, so, it was the calm one. Okay. And but anyway, yeah. but it was, what she said, she goes, I said something about, hey, you graduated twice a week. She goes, yeah, I'm okay with that, but I come here at the end of a crappy day and it's just kind of fun just to hear you guys. That's cool. So, anyway. Got anything else?
Good.
Cool.
Good.
You know, it's kind of funny before we hang up, though it is kind of funny because I go check some of our YouTube videos, and I've noticed we don't get the commentary now, but we get a lot of thumbs down, and I was like, I wish they had the courage to say who they put the thumbs down for, because I got a pretty good idea. So,
The thumbs down.
yeah, might have to make a new bobblehead. Just be a little one. With that, we're out
Okay,
of here.
see you next week.